at the end of the day, like the number of negative comments or those like wrong accusations, there are 90 more comments that are way better than that.
You gotta just press record.
This video is sponsored by StreamYard. This is our go-to platform for live streaming to YouTube and Facebook, especially when we have multiple people joining us on a stream. With an incredibly easy to use interface for doing cool transitions, bringing in text on the screen, and seamlessly bringing on guests. This is the perfect platform for the new and experienced creators alike.
I'm curious on your journey, especially once you started experiencing success and subscribers, the views start coming in, so do the comments. And I would imagine, I can't imagine you get this far without potentially getting, a hater or two or a troll. And there's all kinds of different categories. Not everybody who is critical is necessarily a hater. They may just be adding something of value. Some people are super toxic. Some people are mean. Yeah. Some people are, I'm sure, crazy stalkers in your case, and all kinds of weird stuff that could happen on the journey. I am curious though, was there ever a comment that got under your skin or a season where, because of feedback or comments, where it triggered a little bit of a mental battle and a little bit of just that you had to overcome? And clearly from where you are, you do not let these comparison or these mindset things hold you back, but that doesn't mean they don't bother you or necessarily send you off on different emotional roller coasters or moments where does anything come to mind as far as comments or seasons where maybe some feedback was coming your way that you had to build mental toughness and really overcome that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it comes with the territory, which kind of sucks, but like online bullying is so real. And there's a difference between constructive criticism and people trying to help you out, being like, hey, I would like you to showcase this in your video, or maybe your lighting was bad or something, like something like that is not a big deal. The comments that really get to me are the ones that are making accusations, especially about my character. I do not like those at all. And a really tough season for me is last year I went through a divorce, and it was, oh man, I got ridiculous accusations of like, oh, you became so successful and then you dumped this person. And it's like, if you really knew the whole story, like it's people are mean, people are nasty, and it's not healthy. But I mean, that's why YouTube has comment filters. Instagram now got comment filters, which is so nice. And it makes it a little bit better if there's certain trigger words that you need to block or immediately have it go to like the held for review. Do that, because interacting with your audience is so important, and you don't want it to stop you from interacting with your audience. But I was at the point where I just stopped checking DMs. I stopped responding to comments on Instagram because it was so nasty. Like, people can be really mean.
Wow. And did you ever take a break, or did you just kind of put blinders on and keep creating when those kind of attacks were coming your way, attacks of your character?
I just kept creating. I mean, I've taken breaks, like 2 weeks has been the longest break I've ever taken, which when you're in it seems like the longest thing ever. But at the end of the day, like 2 weeks is nothing. But I mainly took a break just because, I mean, I separated from my ex, and then I drove cross country to LA, and I just needed to get away as he moved out of the house. And that break was necessary because I wasn't filming during that time. And I also needed that mental break, but it was never because of the comments that I got from people that I took a break, because at the end of the day, like the number of negative comments or those like wrong accusations, there are 90 more comments that are way better than that. Like there's more than that, honestly. And most people are rooting for you, and the people that aren't rooting for you, it's not about you either. I think that's so important to remember, because when you're getting those comments, it may seem like it's a personal attack on you, and you may actually take it personally, when in reality, it could have nothing to do with you. That person could just be having a bad day, and they're taking it out on you. And that's really, really crappy of them to do, but you just kind of got to push through.
Yeah. A lot of times negative comments are much more a reflection of the individual than the person they're commenting on. Usually they're hurt, because hurt people hurt people. And you reminded me of our friend John Acuff was on the podcast recently. He has what's called haters math, and haters math says 99 positive comments plus 1 negative comment equals one negative comment. Oftentimes it's that one that we'll remember and think about for the rest of the day. And the 99 we glaze over. We're like, cool, thanks for the encouragement. Great.
Yeah.
Usually this is with the like and dislike button too. You go, awesome, 100 likes. And then you go, but who's the 2 people that click dislike? And why they click dislike right when I uploaded the video? Like, did they turn on notifications so they can click dislike or, And so, and it can be tough like that. The reality is same thing. We wrote a book and the YouTube secrets, there is literally like this verified, incredible review. The 2 top reviews is like, this is the greatest book. You have to read this. This is amazing. And then the other one is like, this is literally the worst book. It is the worst book ever written. And you want to talk about like polarization and you're like, man, the highs and lows of posting content and putting yourself out there. But you're right. Yeah. Typically, if you're adding good to the world, you're serving people. If you do the math and let the math speak for itself, there's 99 positive comments. There's going to always be maybe that 1 or 2 negative ones. You got to just keep going.
Are you ready to start or grow your YouTube channel? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step playbook for YouTube success. We've helped thousands of purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you grow their influence with video. Register today for this exclusive training at thinkmasterclass.com.